So, what we're going to do is we're just going to get this started here in the next moment or two, and hope you'll just come on in, relax, settle down, and enjoy the fun times. This is something I really haven't done much. Just wanted to give this a whirl, see how it goes, and yeah, just overall have some fun. So, let's see here. Here we go. Let me just make that transition here. And there we go. We are there. Yay! Yay! Alright, so, with this one, it is a visual novel. It's can be a little bit on the darker side though, so just that's the other reason why I have those warnings like 18, because just to be on the safe side, I just don't want anybody to be caught off guard by anything. Just to make sure that everybody is all safe and taken care of. We'll see as to how far we can get here. I know there's a lot of different branching paths, so we'll have to see as to whose path we can get, where we end up, etc. So let's just try new game. He's going to kill me. Oh, that's never a good start. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. Really not good start. He's going to kill me. 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 I can't escape the footsteps behind me. If he catches me, he's going to kill me. I don't want to die. 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 And just repeating the same thing over and over again. I don't want him to kill me. I don't want to die. I want to live. My heart and body are running on pure instinct. I want to live. And, oh, I think we bumped into something. Maybe? I don't know. And I guess we're going from really darker times to a retelling of Wizard of Oz. And let me know what you think of the audio, if I need to adjust it at all or not. And silver slippers? I thought it was ruby slippers. At least that's what I remember from the book, which I loved. Oh yeah, so Tale was revised, so it got Scarecrow and Tin Man and Cowardly Lion. Yeah, Tin Man without a heart and Lion without courage. And what happens now? So, with the future of their own desires, does that mean, yeah, I guess they did, in a sense. If you've never really read Wizard of Oz, it's a girl who was from, Kansas. She landed in Oz. You take this long journey. She learned a lot along the way, made some friends, and then eventually made her way back to her home. But yeah, they did learn a lot throughout their journey, of course. But I've never really heard like this, the bit about these rainbow colors. I don't know why. Okay. I'm not quite sure as to what that has to do with the whole going to kill me thing. Oh. Oh, I get to see what I look like. Alright. Information slowly filled the girl's foggy mind. Cold sand bit into her cheek and fingers. Her eyelashes quivered as she slowly opened her eyes. And what do we see? What do we see? An alley. A very dreary looking alley. Huh? Where? Putting her hands to the ground, she sat up to look around. The color of the walls, the shape of the pebbles blanketing the ground, the smell of the sand hanging in the air. None of it was familiar to her. The only thing she knew for sure is that she'd woken up in a dark alley somewhere. Oh, where am I? She stood unsteadily, but the higher vantage point failed to clarify her situation. She could feel someone's gaze on her back and slowly turned around. Okay, we're not alone. And that doesn't sound like... Oh, you're cute, but you look very mean. Who is he? His silver hair swayed gently in the breeze. Oh, and I noticed there's no music anymore. The eyes peeking out from beneath his hair were clearly fixated on the girl. The intensity of his gaze made her instinctively take a step back. I shouldn't just ignore him. She gulped and forced herself to speak up. Well, let's see. Hello? Where are we? Or who are you? Where are we? Excuse me. Where are we? Okay, he didn't like that question. No response. Well, he did respond to you. He just sighed. He didn't like the question. I guess he doesn't want to talk to strangers. Okay. Huh? Found me. Do you know me? Oh, is that it? I'm your prey? No thank you. I think I want to run. Oh my god, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like going to bolt like crazy. Hostility emanated from him as he pointed his large blade at her. Oh yeah, I can see that there. I have to get out of here. Driven by instinct, her body began to move by itself. The moment he raised his blade over his head, the girl turned on her heels and bolted. I don't know where I should go, but I know I have to get away from him. Yeah, we need to get away. Where should I go? Excuse me, coming through. She weaved through the crowd, her feet carrying her ever forward. There was nothing familiar to her about the busy street or the surprised pedestrians making way for her. Oh, hell no, I'm not waiting. I'm leaving, thank you very much. Absolutely not. Yeah, I agree with you, wholeheartedly. What should I do? What should I do? All she could think about was running. The rest would have to come later. If he catches me, he's gonna kill me. Yeah, absolutely. We gotta move, we gotta move. He's going to kill me. I can't escape these footsteps behind me. If he catches me, he's gonna kill me. I don't want to die. Oh boy. I don't want him to kill me. I don't want to die. I want to live. My heart and body are running on pure instinct. Oh, we're reusing that line again? What the heck? I want to live. We're reusing a lot of lines. Leap! Suddenly, her foot caught on something, sending her flying towards the ground. I tripped. Oh, that's totally me. I'm a klutz. The girl's eyes closed as she felt herself fall. Okay. A gentleman's voice. Huh? But the impact and pain she'd be anticipating never came. So did I tumble into someone? That's my best guess. Timidly, she opened her eyes. A red-haired man was holding her. Okay, so yeah, I was caught by somebody. Fantastic. No. And, oh my gosh, you got a nice, friendly face. Oh no, thank you. Oh, and somebody else now too. Wait, he tripped me? How rude. What the hell, dude? But again, why did you trip me? Gosh. What a creep. Thank you very much for saving me. Your names were... Mr. Caramia and Mr. Kyrie. Yeah, this is the first I've heard of you guys, but the other pressing concern that I have here, and I don't know if anybody else has really noticed, I had that guy chasing after me, right? How fast was I running for me to totally outrun him and manage to stop, having this conversation like nothing ever happened? Oh my god. Huh? No, I'm totally oblivious to all this and just don't know as to what the heck's happening. So yeah. I have no idea what the heck's going on here. Finally! He catches up! Holy crow, dude, were you just walking? Or what's the story here? Huh? No thank you. I'll pass on the whole gobbling up thing. Oh, let me just adjust something just briefly, just to make sure I can hear it a little bit better. Heretic? Yeah, I had no idea. All I know is that as soon as I landed, he started brandishing a sword, and that was it. Trailing off and scratching his cheek with a finger, he turned towards Kyrie. Caesar. Okay. Mr. Caesar. But even when she spoke his name aloud, it didn't ring any bells. Oh, he's gonna try to look cool? Mr. Caramia? That instant, Kyrie firmly grasped her outstretched hand. Yeah, fight! Come on. But... Wait. Normally? What do you do otherwise? You just start going guns blazing? What do you guys do? Normally? Lowering his stance, Caesar charged towards Caramia. He took aim at Caramia and swiftly swung his sword at him. Caramia took a half step back to dodge and then promptly closed the distance between them. Before Caesar could react, Caramia had drawn his pistol from its holster and pressed its muzzle to Caesar's forehead. Wow, you're quick. And I am going to just lower the volume here just a little bit. There we go. I guess. I don't know why, but Kyrie let go of the girl's hand and snapped his fingers. At his signal, men in black suits appeared to surround Caesar. Like Caramia, every single one of them trained their own handgun onto him. Yeah, Caesar, you're in a bad spot. you're gonna have no luck. Caesar grabbed Caramia's gun and shoved it away. The men in black suits tensed up, ready to fire at a single word from Caramia. Oh wow, that was just very impressive, but I so wonder as to who the heck these other guys are. Well, him too, obviously, but all I know about him is that he's part of the wolf group and that he wants to kill me, but I don't understand why. Caramia raised his right hand and the men lowered their weapons. Oh, no! No, thank you. Goodness gracious, what the heck's with these guys? This is really not Diabolic Lovers. This is nothing like that. So can we just talk about neck of yours, slits, and all that other fun stuff? Oh, okay. I don't know. He was just standing there when I woke up, and before I knew it, he was shoving that sword in my face. I didn't even know his name until now. Okay, like some other visual novels, this lady has amnesia. You know, the usual trope. That I don't know why it continues to be a trope, but it is. Huh? It's... Huh? She couldn't remember her name. And it wasn't just her name she couldn't remember. Her entire mind seemed to be engulfed in a thick fog. She couldn't pull up a single memory. I'm in an unfamiliar town with unfamiliar people, and I don't even know who I am. A wave of anxiety rolled through her body, paralyzing her with helplessness. I don't know. Who am I? And I'm going to skip the opening. The only reason why is because I don't want a copyright strike or anything like that, which is never a good thing. And why am I wearing a red dress? What happened to my blue one? I've got questions, and where the hell am I? When she next awoke, a ceiling fan greeted her eyes. Soft noises whispered from it as it slowly turned round and round. She sat up a bit and realized that someone had laid her on a couch. Not her couch. My gosh. Where did she get her own couch from? She doesn't have a place. And covered her with a blanket. I don't know where I am again. Her confusion filled her with despair. Okay. That is not a voice I recognize, I don't think. Huh? Oh my gosh, it's Reggie! No, it's not. It looks just like Reggie from Diabolic Lovers. Oh gosh, is this a game that's just going to be... You got character sprites that look similar to other games, but it's not. Or similar looks and similar personalities? We'll have to find out, I guess. Get them? Get who? He left. I don't know who that was. I don't know anything. Oh, these guys are back. Yay, familiar faces. Mr. Caramia. Mr. Kyrie. Oh, like, at least my memory's going okay for stuff that is current. I just don't remember old things prior from me waking up, I guess.
そうなのか、お嬢さん。
Yes.
ほら、私の言った通りじゃないですか。
So, Kyrie, how did you figure that out so fast? Just because of the way that I was acting, or was it something else?
お前は時々嘘をつくから、いまいち信用できないんだよ。
Oh, so, yeah, and I look at him, he sort of reminds me of Laito. Sort of.
そんなことない。
Oh, there's the, Reishi wannabe.
おやおや、珍しいですね。
Oh, Axel. Okay.
私を擁護してくれるのですか、アクセル。
時々じゃない。キリエは頻繁に嘘をつく。
Oh boy. Let's see here. So Kyrie is a liar. Fantastic. Wonderful.
その通りだな。
Caramia sat down on the table next to the couch.
キリエの言う通りだとしたら、名前がわからない上に、この町の住人じゃないんだよな。
ええ、証を探しましたが見つけられませんでした。
Wait, Mark? What do you mean? Villager? Mark?
町の仕組みも分かっていないのか。
No, I don't, because I just woke up, so how do you expect me to know anything? Sorry.
問題ないさ。わからないのなら、これから知ればいい。それだけのことだ。あんまりツンケンするなよ、アクセル。
Well, he's been told.
すべきことは山ほどありますが、まずはこの町と私たちのことを説明するとしましょう。この町はいくつかのファミリーで管理しています。私たちはオズファミリー。ちなみにボスはカラミアです。
Okay, so this is the Oz mob family. So we have Kyrie, Caramia, and Caramia, sorry. I could get these names right, really I am. And Axel. The Don, is that the most important person in a familia?
まあ、そうなるな。
I hope I'm pronouncing his words right. If I'm not, just let me know. Now that you mention it, pardon my rudeness, or I never would have guessed. Now that you mention it, I guess you do seem like you could be a Don.
気がじゃなくて、実際そうなんだよ。
Yeah, but I'm teasing you.
まあ、肩書きを気にせず付き合ってくれ。堅苦しいのは苦手なんだ。
Okay.
コンシリエーレ、2番目に偉いやつがキリエだ。何か困ったことがあったら、こいつが何とかしてくれる。
So in other words, underboss.
面倒ごとも他人のために働くことも大嫌いなんですけどね。仕事ですから仕方なく何とかしてあげています。
Somehow I have a feeling that your something to help is going to be something that I probably won't want your help with. Or the help you give me is not probably the help that I want to have or should have. At least that's the impression they give me right now. It could be possible that you're just putting on a front and you're a really nice guy, but right now I'm on edge about you. Kyrie seems to be like a kind person, but he doesn't hesitate to speak his mind either. Yeah, actually that's true. If Caramia is number 1 and Kyrie is number 2, does that mean Mr. Axel is number 3?
あんたには関係ない。
Oh, okay. You're just playing hard to get. Oh, I'm sorry.
アクセル、そういう態度はやめろって言ってるだろ。
ですが、彼女は僕たちのファミリーではありません。
Yeah, but you could still show some common courtesy. Come on.
ボスの言うことには従わねばならない。従順であれがポリシーのあなた自らが規則を破ろうとするとは滑稽ですね。
Yeah, rules for thee, but not for me, I guess. Or Something like that. He got called out on it.
僕はカポレジーム。他に言うことはない。
Okay, fine, sure, whatever. Thank you very much. Mr. Axel's kind of scary.
その他ソルジャーを数十名抱えています。大半は屋敷外にいますけどね。
So, is this Familia the main mafia in this town, or is there other families here, or they just I'm guessing they're like the big master family and the other ones are just like smaller bit players. That's my thought at this point in time, but I guess we'll find out.
そんな者たちにあなたは拾われてしまったんですよ。
Oh, did they? Well, thank you for that.
はあ、なぜ感謝するんだ。実質さらわれたようなものだ。
If you hadn't saved me, Mr. Caesar might have killed me. Thank you doesn't even begin to cover it.
お嬢さんは面白いな。個人的に手放したくない。
That is a bit of a creepy statement, Caramia. Could you phrase things a little better? Well, the other thing too is like the time this came out was what, 2013 or so? I guess writing styles may have been a little bit differently, but honestly, that's I guess even then, or maybe even now, that's a bit of a cringy statement. I'm just surprised they actually use that sort of terminology.
カラミアの個人的な感情を抜いても手放す気はありませんよ。他のファミリーには譲りたくないですし。
Cut me loose? Another familia.
それは
There was a knock at the door, and a man in a black suit entered the room, bowing his head to the three men. Preparations for the meeting are complete, he whispered to Caramia.
Thank you. 下がってくれ。
Okay, another nitpick, although I hate doing this. I hate nitpicking games. But if you're going to say grazie, if you're going to say signorina, or you're going to use Italian terms, can you please let the voice actors use the same sort of terminology rather than just saying thank you? Or maybe saying it this way was their intent, because I noticed that when they said signorina earlier on, the voice actor was saying like ojocha. So it's just keep it to one language, please. Or just to make some changes. It'd just be really nice just to have it flow a little smoother overall. The man in the black suit bowed his head again and left the room. Kyrie gazed at her as he picked up his hat from the table.
二度手間を省くために他のファミリーについては会合で説明することにします。さあ、行きましょう。
We're going out?
あ、その前に一つだけ先にやるべきことがあるけどな。
And what might that be?
やるべきこと。
お嬢さんの名前を決めないと、これと呼ぶわけにはいかないだろう。
Yay, I get to name myself!
記憶が戻るまでの仮名でいい。お嬢さん、適当に決めてくれないか。
Yeah, so instead of calling me hey you or signorina or miss, I get to choose my name. Yay! Huh? Me?
俺たちに好き勝手呼ばれても困るだろう。本人が納得できる名前じゃないとな。
Yeah, that would be nice because I don't want to be called like Miss Fartface or something like that. I'll decide myself, thank you very much. Alright then, I've got it. And a pop-up appeared and it's asking me what I want my name to be, and I'm gonna call myself Elise like I usually do. Please call me Elise.
どのような意図でその名を？
It was the first thing that came to mind. Is it strange?
いいえ、素敵な名だと思っただけです。
They probably say that to any name that you probably put in there. Now I wonder though too is, do they have it set up in such a way that names in very poor taste can't be used or not? I don't know. I don't think they'd go that far, but maybe they would. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Kyrie.
どういたしまして。
急に呼び出して悪いな。集まってくれて感謝する。
Caramia and the others had led her into the room through a heavy door. All eyes were on her in an instant, making her gulp.
どうかリラックスしてください。この場
Oops, sorry. Kyrie snaked his hand around Elise's waist and whispered into her ear. Elise took her seat in the chair between Caramia and Kyrie as she was instructed. Axel stood behind the three of them, keeping an eye on the other familia as they took their seats.
まだ全員揃ってないようだな。
Okay. Caramia set his elbows on the table and looked at Elise.
待ち時間の間、あいつらを紹介してやるよ。覚えられるだけ覚えとけ。
Oh gosh. Names. I'm terrible at names. I'm better at faces. Names, not so great. Okay.
あそこにいるガキの集団はグリムファミリー。赤ずきんをかぶってるのがスカーレット。陽気なのがヘンゼル。陰気なのがグレーテルだ。
Yay! Grimm's Fairy Tales! Okay, Scarlet, Red Riding Hood, of course. Hansel and Gretel. Need no introduction. But yeah, again, I can sort of see in the character design similar to other games out there. And just a lot of use of the big, wide, sort of glassy-eyed sort of look. I'm not quite sure why that is, but that seems to be very common. Scarlet, Hansel, and Gretel.
3人ともカポレジームでグリムにボスはいない。まとめ役はスカーレットだな。
Oh. So, what happened to their Dawn? I'm surprised that they haven't elected a new one.
あっちのこまごました集団はアンデルセンファミリー。よく喋るのがボスのアンデ。喋らないのがカポレジームのエリング。小さいじいさんがコンシリエーレのメリサスだ。
Okay. That's an interesting design twist for that one. This one looks like a kid. You have a kid leading a mob family. Okay. Why not? Ande, Ailing, and Melissus.
で、あっちの猫姉ちゃんは長靴ファミリーのボスのパシェ。まだ来てないのがハイジファミリーのヘイディだな。
Oh, you look cute. Pasha. Okay. Pasha and Heidi. So, Familia Grimm is Scarlet, Hansel, and...
グレーテルだ。ま、一気に覚える必要はないさ。ファミリー同士関わり合いにならないのがベストだしな。
あら、もうお揃いなわけ？
Heidi! Okay. Heidi's large frame lumbered into the room. Okay, so we're going to make fat jokes now, too. Why? Why?
遅い遅すぎるぞヘイディ。帝国に着席するのが決まりだろうが。
うるさいわね。あんたたちと違って私は忙しいんだから来てやっただけでもありがたく思いなさいよ。
Heidi snorted and sat down in her presumably custom-made extra-large chair. Axel whispered something in Kyrie's ear. At that, Kyrie stood up and bowed deeply.
こたびは緊急の招集にもかかわらず、
前置きはいらない。要件だけ話してほしい。
Yeah, stop with the flowery language. Let's just get to the point.
それもそうですね。本日の午後、我が領地にて記憶喪失の少女を保護いたしました。こちらがその少女です。
I'm Elise. Pleased to meet you all. She stood up in a hurry when she heard her name. She thought she ought to say something, but underneath the pressure of the gazes directed at her, she couldn't get her tongue to cooperate. Instead, she merely bowed her head and quickly sat back down.
体を調べた結果、 どのファミリーの刻印も見当たりませんでしたので、オズで預かることにしました。何卒よろしくお願いいたします。
ずるいぞオズ。アンデたちのテリトリーは人が少ない。
Oh, I don't want to be with your family, kid. No. Definitely don't want to be in her group.
領地が狭いのはあんたたちが無力で無能なだけじゃない。バーカ。
Oh, Gretel, I like you. Oh gosh, you're snarky. You got attitude. Oh, you're great.
バカだぞ。バカって言った方がバカなんだ。バカ。あ、アンデ、落ち着いて。うるさいチビ。口に手榴弾を放り込んだら黙ってくれるの。試していい？
Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, Gretel, you're very forward. Violence shouldn't necessarily be the answer to everything, but since you're in a mob family, maybe that's the way it goes. But still, holy crow.
おお、ドカンとやっちゃえ、グレーテル。
やめるんだグレーテル。ヘンゼルも煽るんじゃない。
And poor Scarlet probably has their hands full.
ごめんごめん。
主も冷静になるべきですぞ。
グレーテルがアンデのファミリーをけなしたんだぞ。アンデは悔しい。メリサスは悔しくないのか。
Again, it makes me surprised that this family is still around and they've got a kid leading them.
もちろん悔しいですとも。しかしながら実際我らは未熟ですからな。この場で暴れてはペナルティを受けることになります。テリトリーがさらに狭くなりますが、よろしい。
Alright, so if you go against the rules, then you would be penalized, so they take away territory and give it to the other guys instead. Any other penalties for it, or is that it?
それは困る。
ならば口をつぐみましょうぞ。キリエ殿、話の続きをどうぞ。
ありがとうございます。しかしながら要件はもう終わりました。
あんた、その小娘を紹介するためだけにわざわざこの私を呼んだの？
Yeah, because that way everybody's on the same level. Nobody has information that the others don't in this regard, and everybody's aware. So, yeah, I think it's a good idea that this meeting was called. It's not a waste of time compared to some other meetings that are out there.
はい。事前に事情を説明しておけば、後々
Exactly.
厄介なことになりませんから。
Exactly.
失礼するわ。
Oh gosh, I think anything that anybody says would get Heidi in a right state. I don't think she'd be happy with anything. Heidi shot Kyrie a glare as she stood up and stormed out of the room. The other Familia followed suit and filtered out of the room as well. Only Familia Oz remained in the room. Miss Heidi was sure upset.
怒ってないさ。あいつはいつもああなんだ。さて、今の会合でお嬢さんにはオズの庇護があることが明らかになった。これで平穏な暮らしができる。ルールさえちゃんと守ればな。
As long as you tell me the rules, which are what exactly? Protection?
この町では例外を除きいずれかのファミリーに属さなければならない。
お嬢さんには所属するファミリーを選ぶ権利がある。自分の意思で決めるまで俺たちが世話してやるっつうことだ。
Oh, so that's where the mark comes in. So the mark indicates as to what family you're with. So whether it be Boots, Anderson, Grimm, what have you. But because dear old Elise doesn't really have a mark on her, she's doesn't really belong anywhere, at least for now. Oh, and she gets a choice as to which familia she wants to join. Well, that's good to know. that's to have the freedom of choice that way. That's really good. My decision.
ファミリーは家族だ。簡単に乗り換えられるものじゃないから慎重に選ばないとな。
Family. The word warmed her heart like a light in the darkness. They were going to give her, a stranger, shelter until she found a place to live. The kindness they were showing her made her feel grateful and a bit guilty. Why are you being all so nice to me, Mr. Caramia? If it weren't for my memory, you wouldn't have any reason to take me in.
ご心配なく。利用価値があるかどうかを決めるのはあなたではなく私たちですから。あなたが自身の未来を見出すまではおとなしく利用されててください。
Again, that's nice and all, but at the same time, I'm wondering, what's the catch? Normally, you don't get this sort of opportunity without some sort of catch or somebody wanting something out of all this. So, I guess I'm wondering, what do you get out of it for being so kind? What do you want from me? Am I special in some way? Heck if I know, because, well, the memory is gone.
言うことがいちいちねちっこいっつうかなんつうかなあ、あつれ。
そんなこと僕に振られて困ります。
さてと、ここでの用事は済んだんだ。そろそろ行こうぜ。
Are we going back to the mansion?
はい。そしていいえです。
Yes and no. So where are we going?
ロビン・フット先生、連れてきましたよ。
Oh, another figure from literature. Okay.
ああ、いらっしゃい。なるほど。君が噂の少女だね。
You were nothing that I was expecting to be looking like. That was definitely not something that I was expecting to see. Or for their face or sprite or drawing or whatever you want to call it. I was expecting like a human type face like everybody else has been sporting, but having this sort of mask. Wonder what's going on behind it. You're...
僕はロビン・フット。シャーウッド診療所を営むこの町で唯一の医者だよ。
So instead of Sherwood Forest, a Sherwood Clinic. Oh, okay. Sure, why not?
先生に治せない病気はないんだ。名医ですって顔してるだろ。
He's a famous, he's good. A famous physician. Doctor. She repeated that part of what Caramia had just said as she gazed at Robin Hood. She's probably in shock. He's wearing all black and even has a beak. He almost looks like a crow.
どうしたんだい？何か質問でも？
Okay, at least think things through before you say it. You don't want to be having, you know, foot and mouth problems beyond your amnesia problems. Oh, no. I was just thinking you look kind of like a crow. Oh, jeez, really? Oh, Elise, I had such high hopes for you. But no. Please think things through before you start spouting off your mouth, please. We can hope that changes in the future, but who knows?
僕がカラス？
I'm sorry. That was extremely rude of me.
頭を下げないでくれ。つい最近他の子にも言われたからそう見えるのかなと思っただけだよ。
そんな姿をしてるんだ。カラス呼ばわりされても仕方ないよな。
まあ、そうだね。立ち話はこの程度にして診察を始めようか。さあ、こっちへおいで。
There were two small chairs sitting next to a table. Robin Hood took a seat, and Elise sat down across from him.
口を開けて。じっとして。
She was a bit confused, but she followed his instructions. With that, he began examining her with practiced hands. He closed her mouth and touched the sides of her jaw, then put his hands on her cheeks and gently pulled her eyelids down with his thumbs to inspect their color.
見たところ健康そうだ。気だるかったりどこか痛むところはないかな。
Well, save for the whole amnesia thing, which... Have they told you about that? Or am I supposed to tell you about that? But otherwise, I guess I'm in picture perfect health? No, I'm fine. No, you're not. You have amnesia.
そうか。なら問題ないね。
Except for the amnesia. Is there any suggestions you can make to get her out of this funk? Robin Hood turned toward the table and pulled down a new file. Its cover had Elise written in bright red ink. He opened it up and noted the results of his examination.
この町に住む人々の健康はほぼすべて僕が管理している。何かあったら遠慮なく尋ねてほしい。
Thank you. I will.
おい、戻ったぞ。
Oh, home sweet home. Several soldati came out to greet Caramia and the others. One of them came up to Kyrie and whispered into his ear.
そうですか。ありがとうございます。
Kyrie nodded without sparing so much as a glance toward the soldato before turning back toward the Axel.
アクセル、私とカラミアは用事がありますので、彼女を案内してあげてください。
どうして僕が？
そう言うと思い理由を先に述べたのです。命令は絶対ですよね、アクセル。
Lots of dots. Axel glanced at Elise and then Kyrie nodded before nodding with a sigh.
了解。ついてこい、客人。
Sorry you had to put up with me. I'm sure you want to be doing other stuff, but you're stuck babysitting, unfortunately. Okay. She followed Axel into a garden next to the mansion. The evening dew on the lawn felt nice and cool against her legs.
土曜の夜に仕事があるわけがない。用事なんて口先だけだ。きっと飲みに行ったんだ。そうに違いない。
Oh, so they're just going out to the bar or something? Elise gazed up at the night sky as she walked behind Axel, listening to him grumble to himself. It's just one strange thing after another. I'm just waiting for her to say curiouser and curiouser, but that hasn't happened yet. She was in an unfamiliar land and under the protection of unfamiliar people who she'd only just met. And it wasn't as if her surroundings were the only thing she was confused about. She still couldn't remember a single thing about herself. But I wonder why I feel like everything's going to work out. Was it because Caramia seemed trustworthy? Or was this just her naivety? She didn't feel a single bit anxious thinking about what was to come. In fact, her heart actually swelled with anticipation. That worries me. That she's not feeling anxious at least a little bit, and she just feels, oh yeah, I'll take it as it comes, and looking forward to things. Honestly, looking forward to things is great and all, but you should feel even just a tiny bit anxious, especially if you don't know much about yourself or about the people around you and you're in an unfamiliar place altogether. But that's just the least for us, apparently. This is much better than being pessimistic, right?
着いたぞ。入れ。
Oh, this is adorable. This is...
今日からここがお前の部屋だ。
Oh, wow, guys, you did yourself. This is gorgeous. It's very homey. My room.
庭で野宿させるわけにはいかない。つまり、そういうことだ。
What is he talking about?
詳しくは
明日の朝にキリエにでも聞けばいい。
Were they thinking of leaving me outside for the night? Holy crap, if that's the case, that's bad. Oh, jeez. Mr. Axel? He left. I wanted to thank him. Once he left, she lowered her hand and headed toward the center of the room. She turned in a circle, looking over the space. What a lovely room. It's really like something out of a dream. Just as she was about to examine the room's furnishings more closely, a yawn passed through her lips. Maybe I should go to bed now, so I can enjoy myself tomorrow. She sat down on the bed, stretched her arms toward the ceiling. I'm not going to wake up in the morning and realize this was just a dream, right? Well, if it does turn out to be just a dream, that's fine too. Wait, what? I'm not too sure about this protagonist. Seems to be... There's one thing to be happy-go-lucky and just open mind, well, like open like this, but it seems like this is a little, I don't know, extreme. Considering everything that's going on, I'm just shocked. I don't know as to how much I really will like this protagonist. Even if everything turned out to be a mere fantasy, it would still make for a wonderful memory. Again, why? Good night, Mr. Caramia, Mr. Curie, Mr. Axel. Ay. Oh, loading screen. Okay.
お嬢さん、起きてるか?
Oh, Caramia. That voice is Caramia's. Okay, he's actually not too bad. Good morning, Mr. Caramia.
おはよう。よく眠れたか?
Yes, like a baby. I only woke up several times during the night. I went, like babies do, and started screaming. Yeah. I still don't know why people use the phrase sleeping like a baby. Babies don't sleep that well. They wake up several times a night, needing feedings, changings, and other stuff. Are you sure it's okay for to lend me such a lovely room?
ああ、お嬢さんのために作ったものだからな。
For me?
物置を改装させたんだ。男ばかりの屋敷に寝泊まりさせるわけにはいかないだろ?
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much, very much for everything.
喜んでくれたのならそれでいいさ。腹減ってるだろ。部屋を案内するついでに屋敷で食べようぜ。
That sounds wonderful.
玄関から入ってすぐ右にキッチン、左にリビング。共有スペースだから自由に使ってくれていい。
So it sounds like everything's pretty well laid out. That's good.
廊下から見えるのは俺や部下の私室。プライベートスペースだから相手の了承を得てから入ること。いいな。
Totally understood. Wouldn't go wandering into places anyway. Yes, I do.
一番奥は俺の執務室。屋敷にいるときは大抵そこにいるから気軽に訪ねてくれ。ああ、それと。
Caramia pulled a key from his pocket with a red ribbon tied to it and handed it to her.
これ、地下にあるバスルームの鍵な。来賓用に作ったもののめったに使わないからお嬢さんが使ってくれ。
Are you sure?
いいっつうか、使ってもらわないと困るんだよ。さっきも言った通り、男ばかりが住んでる屋敷だ。鉢合わせなんかしたら大変だろ?
Why do you keep on hammering in the same thing over and over again? There's only men living in this mansion, only men living in this place. You only need to say it once. You don't need to really hammer the same comment in over and over again like a... Or not... I don't think she's that dumb, but granted, I could be wrong considering as to how she's phrasing herself, but... Holy crow game. Oh, you're right. What? Elise, did you forget that
こ
already?
こがキッチンだ。食事も料理もこの場所で済ませる。別の部屋で食事をとってもいいが、食器はちゃんと戻すこと。
ボス。
おう、アクセル。朝食はもう済ませたのか？
Axel nodded slightly in response.
なんだ、一緒に食おうと思ったのに。
Mr. Axel, thank you for last night. Axel put his hand on his chin and cocked his head slightly. A few moments later, he furrowed his brow and shook his head.
感謝されるようなことをした覚えはない。
Well, you showed me to my room.
ただ命令に従っただけだ。
Axel looked away and slipped past Caramia.
なんだあいつ、柄にもなく照れてやがんの。
Wait, that was shy? He just seemed grumpy by default. I didn't think it was necessarily a shy thing. Huh? He's being shy?
どう見たってそうだろ？
No, not really. He just seems so angry to me. Yeah, to me too, actually.
アクセル初心者にはそう見えても仕方ないか。まあ、そのうちわかるようになるさ。ほら、飯にしようぜ。
Okay, so he's not angry, he's just shy.
おはようございます、二人とも。
Oh, Mr. Kyrie, good morning.
なんだ、今頃起きたのか？
Oh yeah, I just woke up. No, I didn't wake up.
ええ、今日は日曜日です。バカライオンみたいに早く起きる必要はありませんから。
Oh, okay. So, if we're going along with the idea of Dorothy and her companions, you'd say that Elise is Dorothy, Caramia is a lion, Axel is Tin Man, and Kyrie is Scarecrow? Maybe? Well, considering Kyrie just called Caramia a stupid lion, that leads me to believe that Caramia is the lion or embodiment of the lion, or however this works here. And he just seems to be a little smarmy son of a gun, so I'm thinking that he's the Scarecrow.
バカで悪かったな、バカで。
Kyrie sliced the loaf of rye bread Caramia had abandoned. He took a plate and glass from the cabinet, setting the bread on the plate and placing it on the dining table. Taking a seat in the chair next to Caramia, he put the emptied glass on the table in front of him before pointing at the pitcher of water in the middle of the table.
カラミア、取ってください。
What, he serves you too?
お前、その腕は何のためにあるんだよ。
Despite his complaints, Caramia took a pitcher and filled Kyrie's glass for him.
ありがとうございます。
世話の焼けるコンシリエーレだぜ、たく。
女性の前で私の株を下げるようなことを言わないでください。ねえ。
Your reputation right now, to me, your reputation is being a smarmy son of a gun, and I don't know if I like you.
お嬢さん、こいつの相手はしなくていいぞ。かなりめんどくさいから。
Oh, easy now. Caramia stood up and started stacking the empty plates. Elise stood up too to help, but he gestured at her to sit back down.
カラミアのようなつまらない男
Oh,
に
he's
比べ
not
た
gonna let
ら
her help?
マシだと思いますけどね。
Honestly, if I was there, I'd be helping out.
ところで、今日のご予定はもう決められましたか？
My plans for the day?
ええ、せっかくの日曜を屋敷で過ごす気なんですか？
Oh, it's Sunday today? Precious? Is today a special day or something?
ああ、それも説明が必要だったか。
You should have explained this at the beginning, along with the rules, because I haven't heard you say much about either of those things yet, unless you did that behind the scenes, which would have been a really poor decision. So, because your audience needs to know these sort of things, so why not try to explain them earlier?
この町はいくつかのファミリーで支配されてるってのはもう知ってるよな。
Yeah.
月曜から土曜までの6日間は領地がどうの構想がどうのって騒がしいが、日曜だけは争いを起こさない決まりになっている。これが日曜協定だ。とどのつまり、お嬢さんが一人でフラッと出かけても危なくない日だってことだ。
慣れない地でしょうし、歩き回るよりは室内にいる方が賢明かもしれませんが、そういう選択肢もあるということで。
Oh, come on. I want to go out. You're saying I'm free to walk around the town?
はい、そういうことです。
I'm free, huh? I wonder what I should do today. I should explore the town. I don't want to be inside all day. Oh, gosh. Stretch. Oh! Who would you like to meet? Oh, okay. So at this point, what I can do is start figuring out whose path I want to go down. And there's a bunch of other characters that you can apparently do. Now, I'm not quite sure which route I want to go down first. I'm thinking probably one of the Oz folks first. There was one route though that was suggested not necessarily to go down or to go through that much, especially if you're streaming, and that is the route for another character that I don't think we've met yet, because with that route it can get very disturbing, to say the least. And that is actually the reason why in my community post I wasn't too sure if I wanted to go down that road or not, or if I did, I'll have to take a look at certain things first to see if I can post them up or not. I'd be thinking, yeah, I could, but to me it's a little bit of a gray area. But I digress. I'm gonna try Caramia because he seems to be a very sweet guy, and yeah, just want to see what I can do with his route. What should I do? She stopped her tracks and surveyed the area. Her eyes traced the stairs up toward the ceiling. She tilted her head up a bit as she gazed at the second floor. If I'm remembering right, on the second floor, Yoff's was all the way in the back. She remembered Caramia mentioning that the rooms lining the hall were personal quarters. Maybe I'll go see Mr. Caramia. Mr. Caramia, are you in? Yes, the door's open. Please come in. I didn't hear anything from him, though, fortunately. Hello, Mr. Caramia. Oh, I thought it'd be voiced. Apparently not. What's wrong? Something bothering you? Oh, what do I want to say? What do I want to say here? I don't know what I want to say here. Shoot. Let's see. Don't have anything to do, or I just want to spend time with you. Let's see. I just want to spend more time with you. I just want to spend some more time with you. Haha, really? Well, welcome to my secret lair. If it'll make you happy, Signorina, then, well, I guess that goes without saying, doesn't it? Should I get you a chair from downstairs? Oh no, don't worry about it. Oh, but I do. You're a very special guest, Signorina. I guess I'll just have to be prepared for you next time, then. For now, just sit wherever you like. Okay, I will. Caramia smiled before dropping his gaze. He was holding a red book. She sat down on the bed and observed Caramia. Oh, now you're voicing it? Okay. Mr. Caramia, do you have bad eyesight?
メゴ。ああ、これか。
Yeah, your glasses.
特別悪いというわけじゃないんだが、本を読むときはメガネをかけてる。ま、癖みたいなもんだ。
It's kind of surprising to hear you're such an avid reader, Mr. Caramia.
なんだなんだ。外で元気いっぱい走り回ってるイメージがあるってか。あいにく
Maybe, I don't
お兄さん
know.
はこうやって読書をしている方が好きなんだ。
What kind of books do you read?
何でも読むさ。ボスってのはいろんなことを知っておかないといけないんだ。ま、キリエの知識にはどうしたってかなわないんだがな。
Oh, I guess he is more worldly than you are, I guess.
お嬢さんは本に興味は？ああ、その前に字は読めるのか？
Oh, that's a good point. Can I still read? Yes, I think I could read.
そうか。
Oh, thank
よかった。
gosh. If I couldn't read, I'd be in very sad, sad state of affairs.
今読んでる本はな、記憶喪失に関するやつなんだ。
Oh, you're trying to help me? Oh, that's very sweet of you.
記憶を元に戻してやれる方法が載ってないかって調べてるんだが。
It sounds complicated.
ああ、今のところ成果はなしだ。
Aw, poop.
記憶が消えるってどんなんだろうな。全く想像できない。
It feels like being empty.
空っぽ？
Yes, there's simply nothing there at all, so there's nothing to be anxious about in the first place. Maybe that's it. Meeting all these new people has been really fun.
そうか。お嬢さんは前向きなんだな。いいな、そういう考え方。
There's being optimistic and then there's being too optimistic, though, and I think she's veering more into being too optimistic territory. At least that's what I'm personally myself am thinking. I'll do whatever I can to find a way to restore your memories, so stay calm and keep your spirits up. I will. Oh, it's evening already. Mr. Caramia said we'd be having dinner soon. Maybe I'll walk around the town a little bit. She walked down the street, admiring how the setting sun dyed the scene a vibrant orange, even as she kept one eye on where she'd come from. Eventually, the road of red brick ended in a big plaza. It was filled with people just relaxing and enjoying themselves. What a lovely señorita you are. Huh? I have some delicious bread. Interested? She turned around to see a friendly young man carrying a box. Oh, no, Oh! Your stomach started growling right on cue. I'll give you a free sample. How about it? A sample? But I'm sure Mr. Caramia and the others are preparing dinner for me. Thank you, but I'll have to pass. That's okay. Well, maybe next time. He bowed and ran off. He really startled me. I never thought someone would try to talk to me. Oh, geez, did I just run into somebody again? Yeah, I ran into somebody again. Oh, where are you? Yes?
ごめんね、真後ろに人がいると思わなくってさ。ね、立てる？
The young man held out his hand. She took it, and they got up together.
よいしょっと。ねえ、どこか怪我してない？
I think to be I'm okay? No, I'm fine.
よかった。女の子を怪我させちゃまずいもんね。
Okay, let's rephrase this a little bit. It'd be terrible if I hurt someone, not if I hurt a girl. Or you could say yeah, it'd be better because you'd feel bad if you accidentally hurt somebody, whether it be a girl or a guy, right? Right? But I guess maybe the reason why they phrase this way is because, well, it's an Otome game and they figured that only girls would be playing this, so no need to change the language. But it'd be nice if they did.
君、名前は？で、俺
俺から名乗るべきかな。俺はそう。
So,
ねえ、君の名前は？
I'm Elise.
困ったな。この町の人の顔、だいたい覚えてるはずなのに。
Well, obviously, this is the first time we've met, right? It's only natural you wouldn't be familiar with me. I just recently...
最近？
Is it a good idea to tell him the truth? I moved here recently.
あ、今のは嘘だね。
Huh?
顔に嘘をつきましたって書いてあるから。
Huh? Really?
いやいや、例えなんだけど、やっぱり嘘をついたんだね。ダメだよ、嘘は。そういうことされると悲しいよ。
I'm sorry.
怒ってないからそんな顔しないで。嘘をついたってことはそれなりの事情があるってことだよね。
Yes, I don't remember anything from before I came here.
記憶が？
Yes, when I came to, I was lying in an alley and a man named Caesar was chasing me. Why am I giving him all this information? Okay, girl, you're clueless. Oh boy. Right now, Familia Oz is taking care of me.
そっか。君って変わってるね。
Am I?
だって嘘をつくぐらい隠したいことをペラペラ話しちゃったんだよ。初対面の相手にさ。
Yeah, that's very true. I'll be more careful from now on. I'll be more careful from now on. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. There aren't only good people in the world. Oh, so once I make a decision, then the voice acting stops? Okay. Though, maybe that's weird for someone you've only just met to say. But I think you're a good person, Mr. So. Really? You really think that about me? Yes, you've been so kind and you're looking out for me. Now that we're acquaintances, maybe it's a good thing that I ran into you. Well, maybe it was.
うわ、もうこんな時間。そろそろ帰って晩ご飯の準備をしないと。
I should go home too. Goodbye, Mr. So. He gave her an enthusiastic nod and turned to leave Oz territory. However, he turned back as if he just remembered something.
ああ、そうだ。俺のこと、そうさんっていうのやめてくれない？
Then, what should I call you?
そうだけでいいよ。あと、言葉遣いも普通でいいから。よそよそしいのって好きじゃないんだ。
I understand.
じゃなくて。
Okay.
正解。俺、毎週日曜、
Oh,
この場所で
cool.
店を開いてるんだ。
So I can see him every Sunday too. Alright, yay! Friendship! Although I don't know that much about him. Friendship!
今日はもう閉めちゃったけど、よかったら来週来てよ。
Yeah, I will.
絶対だよ。約束したからね。じゃあね、また会おうね。
Alright. Oh boy. Loading screens, loading screens. Monday morning, the estate was busier than it had been the day before. Elise passed by a man heading out for the day as she made her way to the kitchen for breakfast. Good morning. Oh, good morning, she said softly to the empty room as she got herself some bread and milk. Taking a seat in the same chair she had the previous day, she started eating by herself. Yesterday was a day of peace, which means that now there might be fights between the Familia until next Sunday. When I met Mr. Caramia and the others, I did see a bunch of people with weapons. I wonder if they actually use them. Well, they're in the mafia, dear. Yes, of course they use them.
おはよう。今日は一人で来られたんだな。
Mr. Caramia. She looked up and shifted slightly to face him. It seemed he had come for breakfast as well.
男だらけの屋敷だ。もっと気遅れするもんだと思ってたんだが。 そうでもないんだな。
Again, why men just keep on hammering me with that same comment over and over and over again? It is silly. Just once and done, please. Caramia gently touched Lee's shoulders before going over to the sink. He plucked an orange from the basket of fruit and rinsed it off before taking a plate and knife out from the cabinet. Okay. I'm sorry. I just made myself at home.
いやいや、結構なことだ。馴染んでくれているようで嬉しいよ。
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop criticizing every little nitpicky thing that I see, because otherwise it's going to ruin any potential chance of me really enjoying the game even more. He took a seat next to her, orange and plate in hand. As he cut into the fruit skin, a citrusy scent filled the room.
おはようございます。
Oh, hello, Axel. Good morning, Mr. Axel. Axel glanced at Elise, but that was it.
よう、寝坊すけ。
Morning Sir sleeps a lot.
寝過ごしていません。
Caramia tossed a still unpeeled orange at Axel. As he caught it, a few errant droplets of water splashed against his cheek.
食えよ。朝一で買ってきたんだ。
後でいただきます。
Axel wiped the water off his face with the back of his hand, and he returned the orange to the fruit basket. Crossing his arms, he leaned against the wall.
出発はいつですか？
食事を終えてからだ。
僕がこの部屋で待機する必要は？
ある。食卓に混ざれよ。
Oh, he didn't like that comment. He passed by both Elise and Caramia and set his hand on the back of the furthest chair away from them.
もっとこっちに来い。
He didn't like that command either. Axel took a single step over, only to pull out the second furthest seat away.
そうじゃなくて、俺たちの前の席が空いてるだろうが。
Caramia tapped this table in front of him. Axel let out a big sigh and sat down directly across from Caramia, diagonal to Elise.
なんだってそんなにお嬢さんを警戒するんだ？
得体の知れない人間を警戒するのは当然です。
そりゃそうだけど、どう見ても取って食うようなことはしなさそうだろ？
No, really, I don't bite. Well, if I did, it wouldn't be hard.
せっかくの共同生活だ。楽しく行こうぜ。
Axel gave Elise a sideways glance that lasted less than a single second.
しょうがないやつだな。ごめんな、お嬢さん。こいつ、警戒心が強くてさ。
Oh, it's fine. He's right. You don't know anything about me. I understand how Mr. Axel feels.
お嬢さん。誰かと違って大人だな。誰かと違ってな。
Ouch. Axel rested his elbows on the table and gazed determinedly at the wall. Mr. Caramia,
気にすんなって、いつものことだから。それより、今日の予定を説明しなきゃな。
plans for the day?
ああ、俺とアクセルでオズの領地を案内しようと思うんだが、どう？
If I was trying to go the Caramia route, I would probably say, what if only you showed me around? Can I go with just you, Mr. Caramia?
アクセル抜きで頼むってことか？
Yes, he doesn't seem to like being around me. Elise glanced from Caramia to Axel. Axel's face was as sure as ever.
別に嫌じゃない。
Huh?
命令だから感情は挟まない。
Oh,
さっきも言っただろ、気にするなって。アクセルはさ、女の子に免疫がないからどう接していいかわからないんだ。だからツンケンしてるんだ。可愛いやつだろ？
ボス、何を言って。
oh gosh, he loves to tease.
だってそうだろ。
But he seems to be nice all the same.
違う。違います。僕は本当にフ ァミリーのことを思って。
ああ、そうだな。そう、ファミリーのためにお嬢さんと仲良くなってくれ。
Ooh, okay, so that's the way he's gonna try to swing it. Alright. Axel looked at Caramia and Elise before replying, "Yes, sir," in a gruff tone.
赤いレンガが敷いてある場所は俺たちの縄張りだ。
I'm surprised that it's red brick. I thought it'd be yellow brick. Sorry, I just disregarded as to what I was going to say about nitpicking and such, but it's just something I just had to mention, that why red brick for Ozturf? I'd be thinking that it's yellow, you know, like follow the yellow brick road, but no, it's red for whatever reason.
屋敷の前の大通りはもちろん、ここ一帯は全部そうだな。
All of this? Elise stopped in the middle of the street and looked over her surroundings. The street was bustling, and the faces of the people coming and going were cheerful. There were no armed men to be seen anywhere. The atmosphere didn't feel very different from Sundays at all. Caramia got closer to her and returned the greetings of the townspeople.
どうだ、感想は。
I expected it to be scarier, like a fight could break out at any moment. It's much more relaxed and peaceful than I imagined. I think it's wonderful.
そうか。
Yep. Yes, it's very nice and relaxed. He gave a boyish smile and patted her on the head. You do that with little kids. I'm not a kid.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいぜ。俺たちはドンパチしたくて銃を握ってるわけじゃないからな。よその奴らから領地を守ったり、喧嘩の仲裁をするのが俺たちの主な仕事だ。テリトリー内にいれば、そうそう抗争に巻き込まれることはない。安心しろ。
Okay.
お言葉ですが、ボス。ウォールフガングの件があります。安全だと言い切るのは問題かと。
Oh, the Wolfgang. Yeah, them.
ああ、そうか。そうだったな。
Yeah, you know, the people who only attacked us, what, the other day? Wolfgang?
シーザーたちのことだ。
Yeah, you know, the people that said they wanted to slit your throat? Yeah, the people chasing you. You forgot all about them? Oh, right. Oh my... Alright. I completely forgot about Mr. Caesar. Okay.
キリエの話では、この町を囲む壁の向こうにある森に住んでるらしい。領地を荒らして回る困った奴らでな。どのファミリーも手を焼いてる。また襲われないよう気をつけることだ。
Okay. Caramia made a satisfied nod and held his hand out to Axel.
アクセル、小銭は持ってるか？
Axel groped around in his pockets. After counting up the coins he found, he handed them to Caramia.
サンキュー。お嬢さん、アクセルのおごりだ。なんか食おうぜ。
Oh, that's rude!
な、
Is that okay?
いいっていいって。な、アクセル。
Oh my gosh.
僕の分をボスが買ってくれるなら。
よし、交渉成立だな。いやー、オレンジしか食べてないから腹がもう空いてさ。あっちにうまいホットドッグ屋があるんだ。行こうぜ、お嬢さん。
Axel frowned as he watched over Caramia and Elise from behind while they walked down the street lined with food stands.
空腹なのは自己責任じゃないか。どうして僕がおごらなくちゃいけないんだ。
Pretty much.
アクセル、置いてくぞ。
今行きます。
この通りを抜けた先に服屋がある。
Caramia pointed down an alley with a hand still greasy from his hot dog.
曲がり角のすぐ先には雑貨屋、その先には本屋がある。
Oh, bookstore. I want to go. Please, can we stop there? Please, please, please.
大抵のものはオズの領内で買えるから生活には不自由しないと思うぜ。
Okay. That's good that you can get pretty much everything you need within your own territory rather than having to rely on going to other territories where it may not necessarily be so safe.
ここは町の中心、塔の広場だ。 どこからでも見えるこの塔が目印だな。
Oh, that's an interesting look. Caramia put one hand on the tower wall and looked up. Elise followed suit and looked up too. The tower stretched so high into the sky that its top was hidden in the clouds. What a big tower!
ああ、物知りのキリエも知らない謎の物体だ。
王が住んでいる
She turned to face Axel behind her, but he only stepped forward and placed his hand on the tower just as Caramia had.
と塔の上にはこの世界の王が住んでいると聞いている。
Is that maybe the wizard?
なんだアクセル、伝説を信じてるのか？
悪いですか？
いや、夢があっていいんじゃないか？
What legend?
なんでもこの塔の最上階に住む王様に会えたやつは願い事を叶えてもらえるらしい。
Oh. Wish?
あ、だがどうすれば会えるかは不明だ。
So is this game going to involve us going up the tower to get that wish?
この塔に入り口はない。あるのは町を支配するファミリーの名と長方形のくぼみだけだ。
So how do you get in there then? The slots Axel had mentioned were far beyond Elise's reach. Names of the familia were carved beneath the niches.
伝説が本当かどうかはわからないが、この塔は目印として大いに役立っている。
Caramia pulled Elise close to him. He leaned forward to match her eye level and pointed at the street they'd walked along to get there.
迷子になったとしても、塔を目指して広場にたどり着きさえすれば屋敷へ戻れる。ここから見える赤いレンガ道を歩いて帰ればいいだけだからな。簡単だろ？
Yeah, that does sound pretty simple. It is.
町の中心部にあたるこの広場はどのファミリーも支配していない共有スペースなんだ。
Oh, okay, that makes things simple.
他の領地へ赴く場合はなるべくここを通った方がいい。人目につきやすいからやましいことはしませんよって証明になる。
Ah, alright, so that's good to know too. Have you ever been to the other familias areas?
まあもちろん相手にもよるが見学な仲ってわけじゃないからな。
Let me guess, the relationship with Grim is pretty stormy?
買い物したり話をしに行ったり、まあ俺が出向くことはめったにないけどな。
Well, I would think that if you do leave your own territory to go to somebody else's territory, you'd probably want to have a lot of people with you, especially since you're the Dawn. Because otherwise, people may want to take you out, right?
当然です。
Actually, I wonder how come
あ
that
なた
is.
が動けばいろいろと勘ぐられます。
ボスってその点が不便だよな。
Yeah, that would explain a lot.
ヘイディは大きな酪農場を持っててさ、そこのチーズがとびきりうまいんだよな。
Oh, we going to visit the farm? Please.
そうだ、今度アクセルに買ってもらおうぜ。
Well, how can Axel buy it next time if you keep on taking his money for hot dogs and other food?
どうして僕がボス、あれを
Hmm? Who'd you spot?
よう、赤いの。
Oh, Little Red Riding Hood! The person Axel spotted in the crowd was Scarlet, the caporime of Familia Grimm. Scarlet's red mantle fluttered as Caramia spoke.
カラミアさん巡回か？
それも兼ねてる。お嬢さんに領地を案内してやってるんだ。
君は
Oh yeah, you're pretty short. Well, not short, but you short and you look younger too. Hello, Scarlet.
あ
Scarlet glanced at Elise before looking up at Caramia.
あ町の規律について彼女はすでに知っているのか？
今教えているところだ。
I want to say something, but I will hold my tongue. I will say something, but I'll hold my tongue.
そうそれならいい。
Scarlet looked at Elise again.
決まりを破らなければ危害は加えない。破れば容赦しない。よく覚えておくことだ。
Of course. Scarlet gave them each a small nod before turning around to leave. The rifle on Scarlet's back swayed a bit with each step. Scarlet's pretty scary.
なことねえよ。まだマシな方だ。
スカーレットはグリムファミリーの中では穏健派だ。双子の方が。
The twins are very interesting.
ああ、ヘンゼルとグレーテルは手に負えない時があるしな。あいつらの騒動に巻き込まれないよう気をつけてくれよ。
I will. Suddenly, Elise realized Axel had been staring at her. What's wrong, Mr. Axel?
オズのテリトリー内にいれば安全だ。
Huh?
安全だから怯える必要はないと言っているんだ。
Haven't we already established that she's not scared of pretty much anything? Okay.
俺がお前を守るってかっこいいこと言うじゃねえか。
そんなんじゃ。領内は常にファミリーが警備しているからという意味で。
Are you going to blush, Mr. Axel?
そのファミリーの中にはお前さんも含まれるだろ。
Mm-hmm.
領地の案内はすでに完了しました。通常任務に戻ります。
Mr. Axel.
あいつ恥ずかしいからって逃げやがった。さあ、俺たちはもう少し街を歩こう。
Okay. And the tour went on. Okay. Oh, I'm back to choosing. Oh, I can now choose so too. But since I'm figuring I'm going to try to go Caramia's route this time, I am going to keep on picking Mr. Caramia. What is going to happen this time? Oh, Elise, having lunch? Yes. Are you eating too, Mr. Caramia? No, I already ate out, also. Wow, so many vegetables. Yeah, carrots, onions, peppers, and all sorts of other stuff. I bought them at the market. Market? Oh, you did mention that recently. If I remember right, you said you bought oranges, right? Oh, did I? There's a big open space in front of the tower in the middle of town, right? That market opens up every day at 6 a.m. They sell all sorts of things there, but the main attraction is the food. The vegetables are fresh, and the food at the stalls is to die for. I always end up buying some and stuffing my face. I mean, look how big my stomach is after today. Caramia smiled, rubbing his belly. I want to go with you to the market. I want to go with you someday. Oh, you'd like to go with me? Yes, if you don't mind me tagging along. That'd make me happy. Kyrie and Axel never come with me. Not even Mr. Axel? Yeah, though in Axel's case, it's more of an issue if our schedule's not matching up. He has a lot of work to do late at night. But going with you should be a lot of fun. There are secondhand book and clothing vendors that come out too. It's a lot of fun. Let's go sometime. Okay. Alright, I guess I should put these vegetables away in the cellar. I'll help. Are you sure? Grazie, Elise. Caramia crouched down, setting the brown paper bag stuffed with vegetables against the leg of the table. He pulled out a key and opened a hidden trap door. Alright, just hand whatever to me. Okay, I will. She crouched down next to Caramia. She propped the bag with one hand so it wouldn't fall over and handed the vegetables to Caramia one by one with the other. This is the last one. She pulled the last onion from the bottom of the bag and passed it to Caramia. You really bought a lot, didn't you? Are you going to use all this for cooking? Of course. Do they look like they're just for decoration? Caramia brought the onion in his hand close to Elise's face and tickled her nose with the roots. Ah! See? It's real. I could tell just by looking at it, thank you very much. Caramia closed the door to the cellar with a smile. He stood up, still holding the onion, and put his coat on the back of a chair. After tucking his gloves into his jacket pockets, he washed his hands in the sink. Alright, what should I make today? Today? You can cook, right, Mr. Caramia?
ああ、つっても男の料理だ。大雑把だぜ。
I'm just impressed you can cook it all. Oh, Caramia said with a smile.
お嬢さんは料理に興味はないのか？
I do, very much so.
そうか。なら片手間でよければ教えてやろうか。
Really?
ああ、任せとけ。
Oh, that sounds like fun.
いや
Sorry.
謝らなくていい。人には向き不向きってのがある。
Oh no, am I a klutz in the kitchen?
たまたまお嬢さんに料理のセンスがなかった。
Oh, I am. That's a shame. I enjoy cooking too. But this girl's a klutz. Oh man. I wonder if it's because of the amnesia or was she always klutz in the kitchen? What should we do with this mountain of carrots?
山っつうか残骸っつうかスクラップ工場だなこれは。
Oh geez, that bad? I'm sorry.
ああ大丈夫大丈夫。奥の手があるからそんなにへこむな。
Trick?
ああ困った時はあいつの出番だ。
You know who?
何ですかこの
Are we feeding it to Kyrie?
泥じゃないカレーだ。
Oh. So we took the mountain of vegetables and we made it into a curry. Alright.
言われなくても匂いでわかりますよ。
Oh, he doesn't like curry? But curry is so good.
私が言いたいのはなぜこんなにカレーがあるのかということです。需要と供給を無視しすぎでしょう。
I'm sorry, it's my fault. I cut up too many carrots and,
なるほど。カレーインフレーションの主犯はあなたで、重犯がカラミアなんですね。
そんな大層なこと言わなくてもいいだろう。毒を作ったわけじゃあるまいし。
目の毒、鼻の毒、口の毒です。二人とも責任持って処理してくださいね。
oh, is it that bad? Okay. Oh, I didn't realize it was that horrible. Ah, poop. Ah, darn it all.
せっかくの日曜だというのに付き合わせてしまいすみません。
Oh, I'm going out with you this time? Oh, no, I'm happy you invited me. Mr. Kyrie, you're really busy on weekdays, aren't you?
まあ倒れない程度には。決してあなたに関心がないわけではないんですよ。構いたくて仕方がない心を押し殺して仕事をしているんです。
Yes.
よかった。あなたと出会いもう3週間が過ぎましたか。居心地はどうですか？
It's boring, it's pleasant, or it's fun. Knowing her, she was probably saying, it's fun! Every day is full of surprises. It's lots of fun.
なるほど。あなたは変わっていますね。
You have no idea. Am I?
ええ。無知であることが怖くないのですか？
Apparently she's not afraid at all.
記憶にない人、物、文化などに囲まれて暮らすことは恐ろしくないのですか？
I tried thinking about it, but I don't think it's scary. Encountering unfamiliar things make my heart pound. It's a lovely feeling. Every day is full of wonders. Though, I guess it might seem strange to you, Mr. Kyrie.
ええ、変ですね。でも、とても魅力的ですよ。
Really? She stiffened as he touched his hand with her cheek to her, touched his hand to her cheek. Okay, sir, what are you doing? Mr. Kyrie?
はい、なんでしょう。
What is it? I mean your hand.
素手で触ってほしいんですね。
No, that's not it. Kyrie brought his hand to his mouth, pulled off his glove with his teeth. I, I didn't mean like that.
触れられるだけでは足りないの。
What the?
日中のこんな人目のつく場所で。
Dude, you're putting words in my mouth and you're misconstruing everything I'm trying to say. No. It seemed that the more she spoke, the more he misunderstood. How should I explain this? He smiled at her, who was visibly at a complete loss.
あなたの言いたいことはちゃんと分かっていますよ。
Asshole. Huh?
私なんかの話を真剣に聞いているものですから、困らせてみたくなったんです。
You, sir, are an ass. Mess with me?
私は好きな子もそうでない子もいじめずにはいられない性格なんです。
Oh, jeez, really?
今のは序の口ですから覚悟しておいた方がいいですよ。
Great. Okay.
さて、無益なおしゃべりはここまでにしてさっさと向かいましょうか。
Where are we going?
それはついてからのお楽しみです。
Okay, where are we going? Okay, not to the center of town. This place.
来たことはありますか？
No, never. I had no idea this place existed.
情報のかけらさえ教えないなんて、カラミアもアクセルも不親切ですね。ここはオスカーワイルド通り。広場や診療所と同じくマフィアの不介入地域ですので自由に来ていいんですよ。もっともオズファミリーの面々はあまり近寄らないんですけれどね。
Why?
さあ、大人の社交場だからじゃないですか。
Adult?
あちらに見えるのが教会です。鍵はかかっていませんので懺悔したい時などご自由にどうぞ。そしてこちらが。
こんにちは、キリエ様。
Oh. You're looking very dapper, sir. And I think you are the person that somebody had mentioned to me to stay away from this gentleman's route. Because it gets really... it escalates, to say the least.
おや、わざわざ出迎えに来てくれたんですか？
たまたまお姿が見えたもので。そちらの女性が以前おっしゃられていた方ですか？
Why did you speak of me to him?
そうです。町の隅々まで案内しないとかわいそうでしょ？
それは必ずしも全てを知る必要はないと思います。申し遅れました。俺はサロンオスカーワイルドで働いています。受付のマンボイです。
Manboy. Okay, that's a very interesting name, sir. I'm Elise. Familia Oz has been taking care of me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
はい、こちらこそよろしくお願いいたします。
サロンですか。
間違ったことは言っていませんよ。
ええ、そうですね。そういうことにしておきましょう。
Elise looked back and forth between their contrary expressions. Kyrie smiled at her confused countenance.
マンボイはこの界隈のことを熟知しています。何かあれば彼に聞くといいですよ。
キリエ様。
間違ったことは言っていませんよ。
ええ、そうですね。本日はご案内のみですか？まさか彼女を連れて入店されたりしませんよね。
まさか彼女にはまだ早いです。
Oh, Kyrie, no. Why are you being such a dork? Soon? What do you mean?
さあ、どういうことでしょうね、マンボイ。
それは。
来たぞ。
Axel, save me! Please. Mr. Axel. She turned around as Axel approached. He seemed to be in quite a sour mood, shotgun in hand.
おや、予定よりも早くありませんか？
バカを言え。時間通りだ。客人を連れて帰ればいいんだろう。
ええ、そうです。すみません。私はこれからこちらのサロンで仕事をしなければいけないんです。
I bet you do. Even though it's Sunday?
はい。コンシリエーレに休みなしです。何か言いましたか、アクセル。
別に。行くぞ、客人。
Axel started walking without waiting for her to respond. Okay. She paused to turn around and wave before she hurried after Axel. Goodbye, Miss Kyrie, Mr. Manboy. Kyrie gave her a little wave, keeping his hand close to his chest. Manboy sighed and began to speak.
年頃の女性をこんなところへ連れてくるなんてどうかしていますよ。
あなたこそ自分の職場を卑下しすぎですよ。もしかしたらこの店の乗客になるかもしれないのに。
そんな、また連れてくる気なんですか？
いいえ、彼女の好奇心に任せます。
Oh, you are one creepy little son of a gun.
彼女はイレギュラーな存在ですから、どのような未来を選ぶのかは私には想像できません。
Oh, jeez.
今後が楽しみですね、マンボイ。
俺は複雑です。
Okay, thank goodness we got past that. I wonder where we're going. If they were returning to the Oz mansion, surely they would have just taken the red brick road. Yet the road they were walking on was paved with bricks of emerald, not red. Mr. Axel sure walks fast. He smoothly slipped through the crowds, not paying any mind to her chasing after him. We'll be separated at this rate. Mr. Axel, please wait. Eve. She smacked into Axel's back. She looked up at him, pouting as she clutched her nose.
どうした？
That's my line. Why did you stop so suddenly?
待てと言ったのは他の誰でもないあんただろう。
I did say that. Thank you for listening to me. Axel's gaze shifted from Elise to his right hand. He didn't say a word. He just stared at it. What's wrong?
なんでもない。あんたの足音は聞こえている。置き去りにはしない。行くぞ。
Okay. Oh, it seems like he's slowed down a little. Is Mr. Axel trying to match my pace? Oh, that's a very nice one. At the end of the Emerald Brick Road was a street not unlike those in the Oz territory. The houses had gently curving roofs. The smell of baked sweets hung in the air. I'm sure this must be another familiar's territory, but it's Sunday, so it must be okay to be here, right?
見つけた。
Found what? Huh? What did you find? Those two were... Oh, Hansel and Gretel. Awesome.
双子印のビスケット安いよ安いよ
Hansel was standing in the middle of the street, energetically peddling his wares. An orange carpet casually covered with bags of baked sweets was spread out at one corner of the street. Behind the sacks sat Gretel, who, unlike Hansel, had a sour, decidedly unwelcoming expression, unbecoming of a salesperson on her face. She's never really happy, I don't think.
グリムファミリーの幹部、ヘンゼルとグレーテル。覚えているだろうか。
Yes, I learned their names in the meeting. Axel nodded slightly and approached Hansel. Elise followed.
おアクセルじゃん
Gretel hastily stood up and hurried behind Hansel, clinging to his back. She glared at Axel and Elise from behind her fellow Caramia.
何しに来たのむっつり。
僕にはアクセルという名前がある。
知ってるわよむっつり。小娘を連れて何しに来たの？
Little girl?
ヘンゼル、この女 会合で寝起き頭と老獪男の間に座ってたやつよね。
そうだぜグレーテル。
やっぱり小娘じゃない。グリムになんのよ。喧嘩それなら受けて立つけど。
喧嘩だったら大勢で来るんじゃないかな。ということは
奇襲ね。
違う。
わかった、デートだ。
No!
違う。
じゃあ奇襲に決定。
No, it's neither.
ヘンゼル、反撃の準備。
Let's not.
ドーンってやっちゃうか。
No. Not on Sundays.
ヘンゼル、グレーテル、武器をしまうんだ。
Oh, phew. The voice of reason. Scarlet.
見たところ彼らは無防備だ。争い目的でやってきたとは考えられない。
その目は節穴。むっつりは銃を持ってるじゃない。
常時携帯はファミリーの規則だ。
ヘンゼルとグレーテルだってダイナマイトや手榴弾を持っているだろう。
Holy crow, really?
だいたい今日は日曜だ。協定を守らなくてはいけない。
Yeah, unless you want to lose territory and everything, right?
そんなくだらない決まり破ればいいのに。
グレーテル、
じゃあさデートでも喧嘩でもなければ一体何しに来たんだ。
菓子を買いに来た。
Oh. So that's it. I wonder who we're doing this errand for.
客人だ。
Huh? I am.
そうだろ
She stopped talking as Axel gave her a meaningful look. He must have his reasons. Playing along, she nodded in agreement.
そうなんだ、毎度ありってね。どれも同じ値段だから好きなの選んでよ。
Okay. Which should I pick? She crouched down in front of the sweets, clutching her knees as she tried to make a decision. Huh? While she hadn't been paying attention, Axel crouched down beside her. He whispered into her ear quietly so that only she could hear him.
いいから3つ目だ。
Third from the right. Third from the right was 6 chocolate chip cookies in a clear bag tied up with a blue ribbon.
どれにするの？
How about this one? Gretel wrapped the bag of cookies in paper before handing it to Hansel.
あいよー、買ってくれてありがとう。
支払いは僕が。
Hansel held out his hand expectantly.
やっぱりで
違う。ただの買い物だ。
No, we're not dating.
あ、そう。ま、そういうことでいいや。味は保証するよ。よかったら今度感想を聞かせて。
Oh, certainly. Elise reached out to take the bag of sweets. Before she could pull away, Hansel grabbed her hand.
あのさ、君って敬語でしか喋れない子だったりする？
Of course I can, Mr. Hansel.
じゃあさ、俺には敬語抜きで喋ってよ。ヘンゼルさんってのも変えてくれると嬉しいな。
Oh, so I have to drop all the honorifics with various people. Okay. Then, how about just Hansel?
それでバッチリ。
何を言ってるのヘンゼル。小娘はオズの。
わかってるって。でもさ、ただ預かってるってだけであっちのファミリーには加わってないんだろ。ちょっと仲良くするぐらいはいいんじゃないの？なあ、スカーレット。
そうだな。
Within
どう過
reason.
や
ぎなければ。
った
やったじゃないわよ。回収されたらどうするの？ヘンゼルのバカ。
ー。やったな、グレーテル。女友達ができたじゃん。
友達なんて未来英語を持ってやらないし。
Oh gosh, Gretel, don't change. Don't ever change, please.
グレーテルとスカーレットともどもよろしくな。
Thanks. Elise squeezed his hand back. Unlike Hansel, Gretel's gaze was icy cold.
用事は済んでいる。行くぞ。
Oh, okay.
待て、
なんだ。
領地から出るまで護衛してやる。
You will?
ああ。グレーテルは君たちのことをよく思っていないようだ。
You mean
手
even
出
though
し
you
をしないよう。
even though you told her not to do anything, she may do it anyway?
護衛は不要だ。
距離は取る。問題ない。
Scarlet walked over to one of the houses and began clambering up the drain pipe. In a blink of an eye, Scarlet was on the roof, looking down at Axel and Elise.
勝手なやつ。行くぞ、客人。
Okay.
バイバイ。
Goodbye, Hansel, Greta. Oh my god, I'm giving her a nickname. Oh, I'm doomed. I'm so doomed with her.
娘にちゃん付けされるなんて
よかったじゃねえか、グレーテル。
よくない。全くちっともこれっぽっちもコンマゼロもビビともよくない。小娘、一体何を企んでいるの？
Oh gosh. It feels a little strange to be walking side by side with Mr. Axel. Mr. Axel, are you intentionally slowing yourself down?
あ
Thank you.
あ、勘違いするな。あんたのためじゃない。
Huh?
あいつに客人の行動を見せないためだ。
Other side. Oh, you mean Scarlet? Familiar Grimm's Caparim. Scarlet was walking along the rooftops, keeping a fixed distance from Elise and Axel. It's pretty amazing that Scarlet can walk like that while keeping an eye on us.
僕が資格を作っているのに、わざわざ姿を見せるんじゃない。
Is it bad if I'm seen?
見張られるのは気分がいいものじゃないだろう。
I'm sorry. I know what he said, but maybe he is really doing it to be nice to me. Mr. Axel may be a really kind person after all.
何を笑っている。
I was just thinking that you're a really nice person, Mr. Axel. Mr. Axel?
でもない。あんたが変なことを言うから。
Strange. Was there something strange as to what I said? He stopped talking. Maybe I said something I shouldn't have. She cocked her head to the side, puzzled, but she couldn't figure out what she had done wrong. It feels like such a waste to go home in silence. She looked around, trying to find new conversation topic. Oh, that's right. Did Mr. Caramia ask you to get those cookies? Was it Mr. Kyrie?
客人に言う義務はない。
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'm no good at this. I just keep on offending Mr. Axel.
おいしい。
Huh?
そのクッキーはおいしい。1枚ぐらいなら分けて。
Does that mean the cookies are... He looked away from Elise. Looked away and Elise bit her tongue. Does that mean Mr. Axel wanted to eat them himself? Suddenly, those simple cookies seemed unusually special to her.
客人、
Yes?
少しでいい。寄り道をしても構わないだろうか。
Detour? Where are we going? Why are we here? They made their way to a back alley bordered by Grimm Street on one side and Oscar Wilde Street on the other. By the time they got there, the sky was already dyed a deep crimson. Scarlet had vanished without a trace. All they could hear was the sound of their footsteps. We're here. This is it. I'm sure this is where I first awoke. He told me to take him to the place where I first remember waking up. Axel just stared at the ground in silence. Mr. Axel?
あんたは本当に以前の記憶がないのか。
His words following the long silence made her blink.
定期巡回から戻ると、あんたがソファーで横たわっていた。それが客人との出会いだ。説明はされたが、到底納得できるものではない。記憶がないのは事実なのか。
Do you think I'm lying? Yes.
他のファミリーの手先でないことは理解した。それでも僕は
There is a sudden explosion. A shockwave erupted behind them, strong enough to make their hair fly back and pin their clothes to their bodies.
なんだ。
Several figures were outlined in white smoke. A familiar man stepped out from among them.
久しぶりだな、獲物。
Caesar! It's been a while, buddy. What the hell? Mr. Caesar.
俺の名を覚えていたか。
Yeah, funny enough, I remembered it this time. Caesar snorted and fastened another sword. Hey, wait, isn't it Sunday? Aren't you going against the rules, dude? He switched from wielding a single longsword to dual blades, pointing them both at Elise.
その身、今日こそ手に入れる。
そうはさせない。
Oh, protect me, Axel, please. Axel raised his shotgun and moved between them to protect her.
多勢に無勢だ。おとなしく去ればいいものを。殺せ。
At Caesar's command, the other men charged forward. Axel snapped his gun into a firing position, then pulled the trigger. He missed the man he'd been aiming for, but the blast chopped into the support of a nearby awning. Within seconds, it had collapsed into the alleyway, briefly stalling their attackers' advance.
自分の無才もたまには役に立つな。客人、あんたは屋敷へ帰る。
Huh? But, Mr. Axel...
僕はここで奴らを食い止める。
But...
早くしろ。
ち、貴様、覚悟しろ。
Just going to adjust the background music just slightly.
覚悟ならいつだってできている。
Oh man, you're very cool right now, sir.
これが僕の役割だ。
Although I'm worried for you. Once I get back to the plaza, I just had to follow the red brick road. I almost said yellow brick road. Elise was running just like she had on that fateful day, fleeing the exact same man from the exact same place, and this is becoming very much a repetitive situation for her. But unlike that fateful day, now she was familiar with the streets and with the people that she passed. Even if she'd stayed, there was nothing she could have done in that situation. She would only make things harder for Axel. I have to tell someone. I have to let them know, and soon. I'm sure Mr. Caramia and the others will be able to do something.
ようお嬢さん、何をそんなに慌ててるんだ？
Mr. Caramia, please save Axel. He was nice. Mr. Caramia, Mr. Kyrie, help.
なんだ、どうした？またシーザーに追われてるのか？
How did you guess? He's not chasing me, but Mr. Axel. Mr. Caesar is after Mr. Axel.
先ほど聞こえた銃声はアクセルのものですか？
Yes, he said he'd hold them off so I could get away.
そいつは厄介だな。
ええ。まあ予定通り屋敷へ戻ることにしましょう。
You're not going back? But what about Mr. Axel?
放っておいたってどうにかなりますよ。
But he was outnumbered. If we don't hurry, he'll...
そうですか。ここまで被害が及んでいないということは検討しているようで何よりです。
Putting up a good fight.
幹部というのは捨て駒に過ぎませんし。
Mr. Caramia.
お嬢さんには悪いが、俺もキリエと同意見だ。偵察は向かわせる。だから一緒に屋敷へ戻ってくれ。
Oh gosh, really guys? We're just gonna leave him there?
野良狼らしく森の中でおとなしくしていてくれればいいんですけどね。
They were in the office in the back of the mansion. They had spread a map on the top of a big table in the center of the room. Elise and Kyrie were sitting across the table from Caramia.
偵察の話では路地裏にアクセルの姿はなかったらしい。
Oh no, was he kidnapped?
ええ、おそらくはこの森の中にでしょう。
地図の通り、この町は円形の壁に囲まれている。その壁の外にある森に住んでいるのがウォールフ玩具だ。連れ去るなら森かスラム街だな。
Oh gosh. The slums?
この町に住んでいる全ての人がファミリーによる支配制度を受け入れているわけではないんです。非支配階級を嫌がる自由人のためにと作られたのがその灰色の地区。
俺たちの喧嘩相手はライバルファミリーだけじゃないってことだ。小競り合いの相手はスラム街出身のやつの方が多いしな。
町自体に嫌気をさして出ていった人間で構成されている無法集団、それがシーザー率いるウォールフ玩具です。もシーザーの活動範囲を考えれば森が妥当でしょう。川や湖に沈められていなければですけどね。
Sleeping?
お嬢さんがいるんだ。言葉を慎めって。さて、飯でも食うかな。
Caramia rolled up the map and put it back down on the table before standing and stretching.
お嬢さん、晩ご飯は何を食べたい？
私はカルボナーラがいいです。
お前はお嬢さんじゃねえだろ。
Elise was deeply confused by how normal the two of them were acting. But what are we going to do about Mr. Axel?
放置です。
Huh?
聞こえませんでしたか？放置すると言ったんです。
But isn't he an important part of the family?
ええ、彼はオズファミリーの幹部です。客人であるあなたを守ったことも評価します。しかし、それとこれとは別です。
Do you feel the same way, Mr. Caramia?
アクセルの問題は俺たちファミリーの問題だ。お嬢さんが胸を痛める必要も。あいつのことはひとまず忘れてくれ。
How could I? I think I'm going to go back to my room.
晩ご飯は？
I'm not hungry.
分かった。お嬢さんの分は取り分けておくから、腹が減った時にでも食べてくれ。
Her stomach grumbled the moment she made it back to her room. I guess this is what they call playing the martyr. But I can't eat at a time like this. I just can't forget about Mr. Axel. She took off her shoes and lay on the bed. Huh? Feeling something underneath her, she sat back up. Oh, Mr. Axel's cookies. She'd forgotten she had them. Both the wrapping and the cookies inside had been crushed. I bet Mr. Axel is hungry. Why do Mr. Caramia and Mr. Curie talk about Mr. Axel like that? She was perplexed and saddened as to how they were so much colder and less kind to him than they were to her. If only I hadn't been there, then Mr. Axel wouldn't be. She gulped as a vortex of guilt engulfed her. Mr. Caesar was chasing me after all. I wonder if I can save Mr. Axel if I go to Mr. Caesar's camp. She shook her head, trying to shed her anxiety that Axel might already be. If I can save Mr. Axel, then I should go find Mr. Caesar. Sneaking out of the mansion was even easier than Elise had thought it would be. And maybe it was because it was Sunday evening, but the town was just as busy now as it had been earlier in the day. If I remember correctly, to get outside, it was right once I got off Oz Street. She put her hand on the tower and remembered the map as she looked around. Right, that way. I finally got out of town. She made quite a few wrong turns, but she eventually found her way past the walls. She wondered if everyone lived inside the walls. Even though the town had been so crowded, the area around her was completely deserted. That's the forest Mr. Caramia and Mr. Curie mentioned. She took one of the two streets leading out of town. When she got over a small hill, she could see a thick patch of forest. She was all alone in an unfamiliar place. She'd be lying to say if she wasn't scared or wasn't afraid. You can do this, Elise. She made a fist and cheered herself on. With the breeze from the hill playing with her hair, she began to make her way into the forest. The moonlight she had been relying on earlier was now obstructed by the treetops. The leaves of the trees were in constant motion. Was it the work of beasts or just the wind playing tricks on her? Elise made her way further into the forest as her eyes acclimated to the darkness. It turned out that even through the canopy, the faint moonlight was still enough to light the way. I can see lamplight, and I hear voices. She didn't know whose the voices belonged to. It sounded like several men. I found somebody, or they found me. Huh? She turned around, startled by the voice behind her. A leader? Do you mean Mr. Caesar? I came to surrender myself to Mr. Caesar. I want to save Mr. Axel and... A vulgar smile appeared on the man's face as he grabbed Elise's arm. He dragged her towards the lamplight. She was terrified and wanted to run, but the grip on her arm was so strong that she couldn't get away. About 10 men were sitting around the roaring fire. Instantly, they stopped their drinking and merrymaking to stare at Elise.
早速シーザーさんに伝えないと。リーダーは朝まで出かけるって話だ。ああ、そんなことを言ってた気がする。それじゃあシーザーさんに渡す前に俺たちが味見するってのはどうだ？
は？
やめとけやめとけ。生娘だったらどうすんだ。リーダーに八つ咲きにされるぞ。あいつと一緒に縛っておこうぜ。
Is Mr. Axel?
そう焦るなって。すぐに合わせてやるよ。
She was tugged along by the arm as they cut right in front of the bonfire. A skinned rabbit was on a spit and cooking over it. The charred mass beside it had probably been a rabbit too, once upon a time. The smell of blood and burning flesh made Elise turn away.
ちっとぐらい構わねえんじゃねえか？なあ、ジョーちゃん。
A drunk man reached out and grabbed her calf as she tried to walk by. The sensation of his rough skin against hers sent a chill down her spine. Please, stop.
手を離せって。リーダーに殺されても知らねえぞ。おとなしくスラムの娼婦で我慢しとけ。
そいつは勘弁だ。病気がうつったらどうすんだ。
リーダーになぶり殺されるよりは病死の方がまだマシだろうよ。
わかったよ。
She felt slightly relieved when he finally let go of her leg. Of course, she couldn't be completely relaxed in her current situation. All she could do was keep walking forward as the hand on her arm dragged her along. The rabbit meat cooking on the fire crackled and popped ominously. Meanwhile, just as Kyrie was about to step into the kitchen, the Soldato stopped him. He told Kyrie that several reports arrived before handing him a stack of memos. Kyrie took the papers with one hand and dismissed his subordinate with the other. He leaned against the wall, glanced over the papers. He put the pages in his pocket and then pulled a wine glass from the cabinet and poured himself some water. He wrapped the glass in a silk handkerchief to avoid getting his gloves wet.
Caramia, 九段についてですが。
Nothing answered him but the sound of slow, steady breathing. When he walked over to the sofa, he found Caramia sleeping soundly.
私の気苦労も知らずによくもまあ。
Kyrie sat down on one of the sofa's armrests, taking a sip of water from his glass. Then he slowly tilted the glass over just above sleeping Caramia's head.
おはようございます。食後すぐに眠るとふくよかライオンになりますよ。
お前、もっとソフトな起こし方があるだろう。
トマトジュースやミルクを選ばなかっただけ良心的だと思ってほしいものです。
Kyrie tossed the handkerchief he'd wrapped around the glass of Caramia. The Don used it to wipe his face off before glaring back at him.
想定通りことは動いているようです。
そっか。状況は
良くもなく悪くもなくですね。私の手腕があればどうにでもなりますけど。
頼りにしてるぜ、キリエ。
ええ、全力は尽くしませんけどね。
おとなしくしてろよ。騒いだって無駄だからな。
Ow.
どうしてあんたがここにいる？
Oh, thank goodness Mr. Axel's still alive. I wanted to save you, Mr. Axel, but then they caught me.
何のために逃がしたと思っているんだ？あんたを無事に屋敷に戻すためだぞ。
I know that, but both Mr. Caramia and Mr. Kyrie said they weren't going to help you, and
ボスたちは間違っていない。当然の判断だ。
please don't say that. Aren't you all close friends? It was my fault this happened to you. I just couldn't stand by and do nothing. So I came to talk to Mr. Caesar. I'm going to ask him to take me and let you go.
交渉に素直に応じる奴らだと。
Well...
あんたはバカだ。奴らと接触すればどういう目に遭うか。想像。
I know everything's going to be okay. I was alone in the beginning anyway. Familia Oz has done so much for me. I just wanted to bring you home, Mr. Axel.
客人。その発言、僕は認めない。
Huh?
ファミリーは全身全霊で守る。それが規則だ。ゲストである以上、あんたをファミリーと同等に扱えとボスに言われている。あんたは一人じゃない。あんたの取った行動は微塵も評価できないが、気持ちは嬉しく思う。
Mr. Axel.
急に騒がしくなったな。
Huh? What's happening?
よ
Oh,
キャン
Caramia.
プファイヤー楽しそうだな。
お前はオズの。
おっと、安息の日曜なんだ。武器なんて持つなよ。俺の部下と大切な客人が焚き火に参加してるらしいじゃないか。お互いのため何も言わずに返してもらうわけにはいかねえか。
そいつは無理な相談だ。
Famous last words.
捕らえた獲物を逃がすほどウォールフガングは甘くねえよ。
そうか、それなら仕方ねえな。後悔しても遅いぜ。
Oops, I cut him off. I didn't mean to.
グリムファミリー。
Yay! All the other families came. Oh, that's awesome.
アンデルセンファミリーはここだぞ。
Gretel, let them have it.
長靴ファミリー、ここに。
ハイジファミリー、ちゃんといるわよ。
オズファミリー、戦闘配置につけ。スラム街出身でも日曜協定ぐらいは知ってるだろ。そいつはな、ただの口約束じゃないんだ。破ったやつには厳しい罰があるんだよ。
Oh boy.
対象はマフィアだけじゃない。街中で発生する争いごとすべてに適用される。
Oh, really? So even the townspeople and everybody else have to be upholding the rule too?
規律を乱す者は私が許さん。
アンデはアンデの新作の火薬が使えるならどうだっていいぞ。
You're the one crazy kid.
なんで
森の中だから気をつけようね。
こんな夜中に何招集してくれちゃってんのよ。ペーター、さっさと片付けちゃいなさい。
Okay. Hello, Peter. Very well endowed, Peter, too.
時刻は0時。安息の日曜は終わったようですね。
よし、協定の名のもとに対象を駆逐しろ。
And there were much firing of guns, I'm sure.
ゲコゲコ。
Quiero, quiero.
ええ、解いて差し上げてください。
ゲコゲコ。
Weren't you?
アンデルセンファミリーのコンシリエーレメリサスでございます。こちらは諜報員のロメオ。
ゲコゲコ。
Quiero, quiero.
あんたがここにいるということは、この銃声は協定の粛清か？
Yeah.
ええ、違反者はあなた様だけではありませんので。
Axel's an offender too. Damn it. Offender? What do you mean?
どうやら終わったようですな。
ああ。行くぞ、客人。
Axel picked his jacket up off the ground and put it over Elise. Mr. Axel?
死体なんて見たくないだろう。
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's being very considerate of him. Axel put his hand on her back and started guiding her across the clearing. Even with her vision obstructed, she still felt the discomfort. The smell of singed flesh, a rusty, metallic smell. The footsteps were clearly more numerous than she expected from the number of men she'd seen. She could hear the sound of tearing flesh and breaking bones. Pain groans, anguished wails. On the other side of the cloth was a world grayer and dimmer than she could ever imagine from the inside the town.
おかえり、アクセル、お嬢さん。
Mr. Caramia, Mr. Kyrie.
何も言わず単身で敵地に乗り込むなんて極めて愚かですね。
I'm sorry.
長靴ファミリー、死傷者及び負傷者なし。撤退する。
アンデルセンはすでに帰ったようだ。こちらも町へ戻る。
あ、来てくれてありがとな。
協定に従ったまでだ。では。
ペーターが 2,3 人やっちゃったみたいだけど、相手は犬っころの手下だし問題ないわよね。
ええ、葬儀屋はこちらで手配します。
そう、助かるわ。てか助けたのは私なんだから助かるもクソもないわよね。
Oh, jeez.
帰るわよ、ペーター。
Bye, Peter.
さて、残るは俺たちだけだな。
アクセル、分かっていますね。
Oh, yeah. Axel nodded and then got down on his knees, his back still straight as an arrow. Mr. Axel? He showed no reaction to Elise calling his name and instead just looked back at Kyrie.
図が高いですよ。
Kyrie kicked Axel's shoulder hard, knocking him down to the ground. Caramia picked up the pistol from the holster at his hip and pointed it at his Cabrime's chest. Mr. Kyrie?
お嬢さん、手出しは無用だ。
But... The moonlight streaming through the trees shone on Curie's back. Drawing his own pistol, he narrowed his ice blue eyes and took aim at Axel's brow.
アクセル、処分される理由を述べなさい。
協定の規則を破り、銃器を使用した。
よくできました。では、裁きを受けなさい。
And that is where we are going to end the stream today. Thanks again, everyone, for watching today. Do appreciate it. And what we'll do is next week, I think maybe probably towards the end of the week, maybe Thursday or Friday, we'll come back to move along in the storyline. Again, thanks so much for popping by or watching the stream afterwards. Good to see you. And I will see you again next time. Bye.